what's up, you guys? It's Bree checking in.
What's up, y'all? It's T.
So, y'all, Bree and T.
On the beat. Yes, y'all. We done made it another week.
And no complaining this week because you got a hat on. So
yeah, Y'all, look, when that episode from last week comes out, please do not judge me.
It's really not even that bad.
My hair looked crazy.
You're making it a big deal. That's
my hair
why.
looked crazy. Bree did not let me know my part was sideways.
Nobody's seen this part but you.
Oh
but
my
anywho,
God.
we're not gonna even talk about
Y'all
this
never
today.
go on camera without looking in the mirror first. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
But it's all good. It's all good.
But you know what? Actually, that kind of brings us to this HISD school situation that's going on now. They're requiring a dress code for the parents.
Yes, so guys, this is hilarious. Madison High School has actually instituted a parental dress code. I guess they was just showing up a little too ratchet.
I mean, when you come into school with your pajamas on, hair rollers. I know people had their bonnets on, so
yeah, you know, especially this made me think about the grandmothers.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning time, so you just rolled out of bed, so I understand.
Yeah, and then think about the people who they get in trouble. Their parents not expecting to come up to the school, or their kids get sick and the nurse, they not expecting to be at the school. They just like, you know.
Exactly. So hold on, do you think it's right?
Well, okay, at first I thought they were pushing it a little bit, but I must say if the school had to implement a dress code for the parents, it must have been getting really out of hand.
Yeah.
For them to even think of this, like.
I mean, and you know what? I think that starts to kind of affect the kids too.
You think
the kids wear what they want to wear because the parents
That's
wear
true.
what they want to wear.
That's true.
So you never know.
Yes, and so the dress code says no bonnets, no leggings, no PJs, and no rollers. I don't so
Honestly,
much.
but that's not really that. First of all, leggings. You can't tell me not to wear leggings because I'm gonna wear leggings. Leggings is I mean, I guess it depends on
people
what kind of
have different
booty you
views.
got.
Yeah,
what kind of booty
but
you got.
people have different views because you know sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I'm a victim of it. I know we all have some of those leggings. Some of them are real thin and you can see your booty through it. You know what I'm talking about?
What? I know exactly.
Them Forever 21 $4.99 leggings.
You wear the white ones and you got the polka dot panties on.
Oh, I ain't never wore no white leggings.
Did that, but I know. I didn't see it before. I didn't see it. So.
You telling on yourself, Bree?
No, listen. This was never me, but I know.
We've seen it. No, I've seen that for sure.
But I can say
got
that.
The striped panties. You
But
can
listen,
see them too.
I do be at work all the time with my leggings on, and nobody complains.
Nobody complains.
Nobody
but
complained up here in the studio.
I know
so
I'm guilty.
Good.
Look, y'all. I remember wearing some leggings that I thought wasn't see through. Until I got in the dressing room and looked at my booty and was like, oh my, and I did have on, I had on like red underwear and I was like, okay, this was a mistake.
And you had the little black.
You can see everything.
You know what? The principal, the assistant, they all tired of it. So
they tired of it. This might be necessary. This might be because it's easy to. But my thing is some of this stuff. Okay, I don't really have an issue if the parents come up. Although it is ratchet, the bonnets don't really bother me too much because I just feel like this gonna stir up some things because you gonna have that mama.
People still gonna do it.
They still gonna do it.
But what are they gonna do?
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what are they gonna do?
Like, what happens when they turn away that mother and say, "Oh no, you can't pick up your child." Like that's gonna raise a lot of hell.
You can't pick up your child.
That's what it is. They said that they're gonna send them back. Like they're gonna send them away. Like,
how can you? First of all, how can you tell me I can't pick up my child from school?
That's gonna be the issue right there. That's gonna be what the mama's gonna say.
Listen, I'm about to shut this school down.
Look, I would not want to be at the front desk. That's all I got to say. I'd be like, you know what, ma'am, it's okay. Just wait right there. I'm gonna go buzz your child in. I don't get paid enough to be getting into this fight with you.
At least we know what you're gonna do. So, okay, so
look.
But anywho, we're gonna move on to the Smoking Pot, a new coffee shop that's open in Houston.
Yes, this is another really popular local story.
Mm-hmm. It's been getting a lot of heat. I know they said the first day they had like thousands of people,
which is crazy for such a small little coffee shop. I wonder if they even had enough coffee to serve all those people. But this is really dope. So all of obviously we know THC cannabis is not legal yet in Texas and Houston, but the CBD is. So the coffee offers CBD infused coffee as well as other CBD products. I think this is really dope, especially considering this is really smart, even long term, because cannabis has become very mainstream and we're kind of headed to that way. A lot of laws are changing.
It's been legal since 2015.
Not CBD. You're talking about?
CBD.
Yeah,
CBD's been illegal since 2015.
Yeah, CBD.
And it's so crazy. Somebody just asked me about this the other day, and I didn't really have too much knowledge about it. But then I started to do a little research. I'm like, okay, it's not really the same thing, but it kind of is. And I think CBD is a little bit more potent.
Well, it's a body relaxer basically. It doesn't get you high, but it's supposed to like relax your muscles and stuff like that.
Have to try that out.
Yeah, it's really.
You tried it,
girl.
I know. I know you have.
Look.
And how was it?
No,
Please tell us, how was
CBD is
it?
cool. There's a lot of products that have CBD in it, meant to relax you. It's very good depending on how strong it is, you know what I mean? I also think this is smart because we are headed in a direction, even with like our legislature and a lot of our, like even in Harris County, a lot of the laws have changed when it comes to marijuana. So I think this is smart for thinking forward. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like they should go ahead and legalize weed in Texas?
Now, y'all know I'm an advocate for go ahead and make it legal. It's not.
Reefer?
I mean, for the reefer, the devil's lettuce. Okay. I mean, it ain't hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's helping a lot of people out here feel a lot better. That's all I got to say.
It's really not. Okay,
So, but I think it's smart long term because when we do get to that point where it is legalized with the THC as well, this will be a great opportunity for them to offer that in the coffee too.
Yeah.
So to think about like such a huge turnout just with the CBD, you know what I mean? So I think this is really cool, very forward thinking, and it's actually out on the north side, which was kind of surprising to me. I was thinking it'd be like more downtown, but it says like Spring Branch area.
Well, I mean, I think it's a good thing to see, how it's a great turnout and it's helping people, and I think it's going to become more popular. I think they're already talking about opening up more locations, and we'll see. Hopefully this will put a little sprinkle in people's ear to, kind of legalize weed.
Yeah, a lot of people
I don't smoke.
Right.
But,
But more so for anything. I mean, Houston, I don't want to say all of Houston, but Harris County has done a good job with the last couple of years of with changing the laws where it's like, I think if you have like less than 4 ounces, you won't necessarily go to jail. They just put you through a course that you have to take, which is really good because, ultimately we don't want people filled in prisons and spending all that money on people just for having
weed.
A blunt or having, now if you packing a whole bunch of
they
bunch of
day,
stuff,
so.
It's like so I think this is cool. Like I said, very forward thinking, moving in the right direction. So
okay, well, we're gonna move on to Miss Erica Mena and Safari. Lord Jesus,
Lord, why she gotta lie? Why you got to lie?
Maybe, I don't know if it was for the image, for this little thing that they're trying to portray. I don't know. I have no idea why she out here lying.
Lord
about
have mercy.
Please break it down. Please let everybody know.
Okay, so her and Safari were actually together getting interviewed, and she got asked a very simple question, like, what were you ever a fan of Nicki Minaj?
Maybe
and her
she
music?
forgot. Maybe she forgot. Okay, we're just gonna say that. Maybe she forgot that she used to be a fan of Nicki Minaj.
I don't think she forgot.
Or maybe it was like a little amnesia. I'm not really sure.
Oh, maybe that's what it was, amnesia.
I don't know what it is, but her and Safari, like, I think they like this public. They like being in the public. They like being in the blogs.
They definitely like publicity. I don't know if she necessarily did. I don't think she thought people were going to be coming for her like that. But I do agree. I think they like that attention. For me, I don't think it was necessary for her to lie because at the time, okay, first of all, the internet dragged her because they pulled up these old tweets of her, like basically being a super fan on Twitter.
Like, she blatantly lied.
She lied.
It wasn't it was just like, no, I don't. And then it was like, I'm a Remy Ma advocate.
Yeah, like, why you gotta do
over
that?
Here doing the most for
and
Remy Ma.
And
I get it. But my thing is, I get it. Okay, you love Remy Ma, whatever. You're a Remy Ma fan. You letting everybody know.
You could be a fan of both.
You already know that you already know the internet trolls are gonna come and let you know and put you in your place. And that's exactly what they did.
This is not the day and age to lie about stuff. It's too easy to get caught up, man.
Well, listen, she got caught real quick because as soon as that interview dropped, probably like an hour, not even an hour later, the tweets was out.
That's so quick.
And I was like, damn, Erica, You couldn't have came up with a different lie.
And to be honest, she really didn't have to, because we all know during that time, Safari had a lot to do with Nicki Minaj and her come up in her music.
But everybody didn't been a Nicki Minaj fan.
Everybody.
Once or twice. Even if he wasn't a fan, we was out here singing those lyrics.
Especially at that time, like 2012, she was the only female in hip hop at that level.
That was killing the game. So.
The only female. So if you were a woman listening to any rap, you were listening to Nicki Minaj.
She could have literally shut that down and was just like, Once Upon a Time. Boom.
Boom. That would have been
it.
That's it. Look, sis, that would have been a great answer. Just to say, but not no more.
But you
feel me?
I wasn't the one in the interview.
And it's so funny too, because in the interview, Safari was like, "Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question."
Now
they didn't even know
what he has to say now. Now I'm wondering what he has to say.
Look, take this as a lesson, and I will tell y'all. Look, cause if you make a mistake, own up to it.
I'm just trying to figure out. All of their interviews is always about their past.
Oh, with Safari and Erica Mena?
Both of them. Like, it's always bringing up past questions. Like, let's talk about what's going on in their lives right now. Like, what are you guys...
What's going on in their lives?
I don't know.
Loving hip-hop?
Clearly, nothing. Nah, they got dropped.
They did? Girl. Well, tell me something.
From what I seen, Erica, she hasn't been on Loving Hip Hop in a long time.
Okay.
Even when the last season that aired, she was in, when they went out of the country, she was there, but they wouldn't film her.
Why? I guess she didn't want to be.
I don't know if she just didn't want to be in it. They don't have a contract with her anymore. Yeah, no. And then Safari lied. Girl, you didn't watch?
Girl, I didn't watch.
On Loving Hip Hop.
But when Safari was entertaining to me. I think he made for good television. I think he made for good television.
I think sometimes he can be, and then sometimes I feel like he's just a little dramatic.
Like
he's
instigator?
A little extra. He just be doing the most. Like, for what? And I feel
Stirring
like he's
up
just trying to stay relevant. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, he's just extremely loud, no. Like, you don't have to do all of that. No, we don't need all of that extra stuff. So I don't want to hear that.
Well, they're definitely entertaining. I think they probably learned a lesson from this. Like, don't lie. Like, own up to things in your past. If it happened, it happened. Like, you really wouldn't have been ridiculed if you just owned up to it. It's like, who cares, So, yeah. I don't know.
Well,
but she don't feel bad. I guess she, like you said, she was like, loves publicity. She came out and said, I love free publicity or whatever. She don't have to pay for it.
So she did. She came out with a tweet after she was talking about how she loved the free publicity and all this extra stuff. Honey, you lied and you got caught up. Now you trying to come and cover it up. Nobody cares. So let's move on to the next topic, because I feel like they do the same stuff. Even I seen her on the blogs maybe a week ago, and her and Shad was in the same area, and they was talking about that.
Yeah.
Girl, they was engaged.
Oh yeah. Well, she's engaged.
She's been
so far
engaged
too.
a few times.
Okay. Well, let's see. Hopefully, they last.
But you know what? That's neither here nor there. So hopefully, they last. That's none of my business. So,
none of my business. None of my business.
But anywho, we're gonna wrap this segment up, and we're gonna move on to the next topic.
Okay. So let's talk about Kim K.
Yes, honey.
Gonna become a lawyer without going to law school.
I know this is funny because you cannot stand the Kardashians.
But I had to really take out my biasness. It's not like a hate, but you know how I feel.
Dislike,
yeah, you know how I feel. But I had to kind of take out my biasness from this and look at it from an outside perspective. So yeah, she is planning to. So she's planning to take the bar exam. So states are different when it comes to this test, and in California, it doesn't necessarily require you to go to law school to take the exam, but you can do like an apprenticeship, I guess, and to read the law, you know what I mean? And then you can take the mini bar and then take the bar exam. So yeah, that as long as you have like a certain amount of credits, I guess, in school, because she didn't finish her undergrad either, but she has enough credits.
Okay, so how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like it's right? Yes, you pro? No?
Okay, well, at first, it was like eye rolls. But, like I said, I had to kind of step away and think of it from a non-biased perspective. And a couple of things. One, I don't fault anyone for wanting to better themselves or wanting to educate themselves.
And then when you want to help somebody, how can you dislike somebody who's out here that's really trying? And I can honestly say I don't think she's really doing it for any attention or any of that, any publicity. I think she's really just doing it because she really wants to help people. And I know that her father used to be, a lawyer as well. So I think it's just something that kind of run in the family, and she wanted to better. She's in a position to where she can help people, and she's taking advantage of it.
And she should use it for
in a positive way.
She should.
And kudos to her. You know, I don't have any problems with Kim Kardashian, you know, even all the things that she's done. But at the end of the day, like, you know, she's turned her life around and she's really out here trying to do good things. So I applaud her for helping all these people. They say she's on her fourth case now.
So I think it's a good thing that she wants to study the law, and that she, you know, because she does have such a large platform and because she has the influence, it's okay. Like, you should use it for positive reasons. Now, when she put out this whole Instagram post talking about, guys, this is not easy for me, and I have to do 18 hours a week. Like, okay, that's pushing it a little bit. Like, honestly, I don't have a problem with this. I do think it's positive, but
you just don't like her on here.
Let's acknowledge the privilege. Like, you have people like Van Jones tutoring you. You have, like, you know, it's not the same.
Everybody doesn't have that.
Everybody doesn't have that. You have some of the biggest people in the industry. You also are in a position where, yes, you might have to be away from your kids, but you can have 24 access to all these nannies, people that you trust. There's people out here, and mind you, she's not going to law school. So there's people out. Let's not forget.
Like, let's make this clear, guys. Like, she's not going to school. She's just studying to take the bar.
Right. Like, there's people out here, like, when people go to law school, there's people who, like, really disappear off of the planet. Like, because it consumes their life.
Because you have to go to undergrad and then you go to law school. Yes. You don't just go straight into... They don't do that everywhere.
Years and years. So it's like, I think I would just have more respect, and so, like, just acknowledge the privilege in it. Like, you know, but like I said, I was talking to somebody and they kind of gave me a good perspective too. They was like, you know, think about it, because a lot of young girls do look up to her. They can look up to a positive thing. And so I'm like, okay.
They might not know her for the sex tape.
Right. Yeah, maybe, because like a lot of younger people, true, you're right. They might not really know that.
That sex tape was like years ago, so.
Yeah, but they know her because her image is based off of sex, so they know that.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know, it is time from time, but I haven't seen that side of her in a long time. So, but let me say, I can say, not even to take away from all of this good stuff that she's doing. She made a post, and it was her and her baby, and basically the baby was like, "Oh, like, what do you and did you see?" She was like, "What do you and Daddy do?"
What? Oh, that's funny.
And and she was like, "Well, Daddy is Kanye West."
Well, Daddy is just Daddy. Like,
she was like, "Daddy is Kanye West, and he's an artist." Okay. And then she was like, "Mommy is Kim Kardashian, and she's a artist. She has multiple different talents." And it's so crazy because when she paused, I was like, "She's a hoe."
She's a hoe.
But she really not. Like, it just kind of slipped out because I don't have no problem with her. But I just
she took a pause even to try to answer.
She took a pause, and I like kind of answered it for her. So I was like, you know, well, listen, ain't no shame in the game. You not a hoe no more. Like Dress said, all her wholeness was erased. So
I take that whole
card back. We're gonna let that live in the past.
Yes,
okay?
yes,
so,
it is in the past.
You know, kudos to Kim Kardashian because she out here trying to do the right things and
for sure,
you know, help people who were unlawfully detained get, you know, their freedom back. So
now I don't know if I want Kim Kardashian defending me in the courtroom. Like, you know, she didn't do anything wrong. Like, I just don't know.
I really don't believe that's how she would act, because when I see her in interviews and she's talking about her business, she's very professional. Yeah, like, she's very professional. That's true. She's not dingy. She don't act like that to me. Like, that's not the side that she portrays. And even when she talks to her sisters, you know, on her show, and she would talk about, well, I take my business very seriously. Yeah. Like, I'm never late to anything. Like, she's very, what's the word? Not timely, but I can't even think of it right now.
But she just takes her business. But
she takes it seriously. So, you know, and she respects people's time, and she wants people to respect her time. So I just don't see her being that.
But I will say, I do think that this is strategic. We have seen in the last few years, like, her trying, like, well, you've kind of seen, like, her image changing a little bit, you know what I mean? Even with her, like, I do think it's good. It's like, I guess so many people were saying, like, what are you famous for? What are you, it's like, she probably feels like she has something to prove, because
but she used to say all the time, like, I remember she used to make jokes about it.
Like, what is she famous for?
When people when people would ask her that, and she would be like, I'm famous and I don't have a specific talent. or something like that.
Now, I mean, nowadays you don't need talent, but
you really don't, honey.
But I do think it is
Anybody
strategic. Even with her and Kanye, there was it wasn't rumors. He was saying he wanted to run for president. He's been very vocal about his opinions in politics and all that.
How would that really look? Well, that's another conversation for another time.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh Lord, I don't think I would want Kanye as my president, but hey, that's neither here nor there.
That would be a lot to handle. This is already a lot to handle. We don't need to keep that going. But I think it's strategic. I think her and Kanye together are both trying to like put a certain image together. So I will say I think it's strategic. I don't necessarily know what they're up to, but I do think it's strategicness behind it for her. Within the last few years, wanting to come off more intellectual and wanting to, like, you know what I mean, as opposed.
She has to portray you have to have the image if you want people to take you serious.
And that's what it is. Like, she wants people to take her more serious.
Don't nobody want no half naked person that they can see on Instagram in the courtroom. But that's just being realistic. So
that's a good point. Yeah.
But I think that kind of, it doesn't really tie to the Blac Chyna conversation.
Oh Lord, she out here scamming.
So apparently Blac Chyna posted something about her, or a letter came out about Blac Chyna getting accepted into Harvard Business School, and then lo and behold, somebody posted something else and was like, no, Harvard administration came out and was like, no. We don't have anybody by the name of Angela White accepted into the Harvard Business School. So
they shut that down real quick because a lot of people were saying like, oh, I guess anybody can be accepted into Harvard. You know,
but, did she go to school?
Questions that need answers. I really don't know.
Because I thought she was stripping to put herself through school.
Yeah,
that's what I always think. When I think people are strippers, I just think that they're trying to better their situation, better their life. A lot of times that's the reason behind stripping.
I don't know if she went to school, but I know she was trying to better herself. This is interesting, but this is not surprising at all. Like,
does she lie?
Chyna is like the ultimate scammer. I'm just being for real. Like, she scammed Rob into having a baby. Like,
she's a scammer.
She scammed him out of getting out of the relationship. No,
baby. She did him.
She did Rob dirty.
And then she was like, "LOL, sorry." Like, I'm never gonna forget "LOL, sorry." Like, you embarrassed this man in front of the whole world.
Yeah, she really did. She did him wrong.
And like, she played that part for a long time. Drop that baby. LOL, sorry. Now let's collect these coins.
She knew what she was doing. Look, she did all that to get back at the Kardashians.
All
that petty stuff she did with Kylie.
But she just dropped the child support stuff with him, though. I did see that.
Okay.
She dropped the child support suit with him, and I don't really think she needs the money. I don't really know. I don't know her financial situation, but sis is out here living lavish, so, you know.
She'll be all right.
When you're paying $10,000 in rent every month, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot of money, honey.
Yeah, she haven't said anything about, her coming out and saying, hey, it wasn't true, it was true, or what,
It is funny, though, because she put up this whole post, like, just a couple days before it came out about her being accepted into Harvard Business School, that, she wants people to get to know Angela White, and she wants to kind of y'all to see the her image, her the motherhood and all of those things. So I definitely think that was, I guess, like they get older, the women get older, they kind of want to, you start having kids and stuff, you want to portray a different side of yourself. But the issue with this is that it came out, I'm trying to find here it is. And so they, a representative from Harvard said it was fake. But what was even crazier about this story is that it came out, she had an email received to her about somebody was like, his name is Christian Emiliano. He refers to himself as a social media renaissance man. So in the email, he was proposing, like, you pay me over $3,000. Our team will complete all of the coursework for you. All you have to do is take one test. We will provide you with a study guide and then give you credit for the program. Noting that once the course is completed, Chyna could add Harvard to her resume. And what really had me laughing was you can go on Harvard campus, take a picture with the Harvard hoodie on. You can post updates on your Snapchat and your Instagram story.
But she hasn't came out and said anything about these allegations, if they're false, if they're true or anything. So, when somebody, first of all, if I get accepted into a school like that, and I actually received that letter, I'm going to go and I'm going to defend myself. Like, hold on, first of all, I worked very hard to get into this school.
Right.
Or, hey, no, you guys, it was fake news. Somebody posted it. I got hacked. Something. Sis hasn't said nothing. So,
her team did come out and say, though, that they acknowledged that he did put out that pitch, but they're saying, however, she never hired him.
But that's what I'm. But that's the thing. Like, they're not acknowledging either one. Like, they're acknowledging this, but you're not acknowledging the letter.
No, they're acknowledging that the actual acceptance letter.
Acceptance letter, and the administration coming in and saying no.
Right.
Like, you guys aren't acknowledging that. You're only acknowledging something that somebody sent you through email.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure this was after you posted or maybe it was a proposal before you put it online. Like, who knows? But it's like you're not denying any of that. So
no, very true.
We still see you as a scammer, sis. But I mean, you know,
what really did it too was the post just a few days before. Maybe she just want to be
great. Maybe Chyna just, you know what? Honestly,
not if you trying to get people to take your work for you.
I just think that you just want to be great, and she just don't want to be a hoe no more either.
It's nothing wrong with being a hoe. If that's your prerogative, it ain't about being a hoe. It's about the fact that you out here trying to do the Lori Loughlin. You know what I mean? The ladies that just. It's the same boat. Like, you know, it's the same thing when it comes to privilege. Like, just the fact that this exists, that this man is like, oh, we'll do the work for you and you'll have the Harvard stamp. That, I think that says a lot that people are out there even providing those type of services.
Right.
Because people work their butt off to get into programs, into schools like that.
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
I do agree, like, she hasn't made a statement on it. Like you said, she hasn't denied it either. So we don't know how true all of this is, but it has to be some truth to it. It's looking like it's some truth to it, especially with the email and all that. So
yeah, okay, well, Chyna, let us know, sis, because we out here wondering, just like everybody else.
Let us know. Let's talk about Coachella.
Kanye out here, she heating about the Sunday service to Coachella.
Bro, do you see how many people?
No.
He brought?
Did you see somebody over here selling the grass?
Girl, I saw that.
eBay.
Kanye Sunday service grass.
Who's selling the grass, though?
It was like $65.
I'm just trying to figure, like, is this going to bless my life? Like,
what is this grass
going to bring some coins to my bank account?
And then they took the picture. Like, why they already had the bag. Like,
it's like you scammed this up while you was here.
Look, did they go out there with that agenda?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
People out here don't have no respect no more. They out here selling that, obituaries, everything.
Yeah, that no respect whatsoever. So, the Sunday service, obviously, we should have known he was going to do this at Coachella. It makes sense because he had already been doing it like weeks leading up to it. But I think this is really dope. It's brought a lot of people together, very worshiping, you know, and all of that. But rumor has it that
he's trying to build a church.
Yeah, he's looking to open a church. How do you feel about that?
I think Kanye is out here trying to change his life, so I'm not going to be the judge of his character in the past, which has been a little all over the place.
Crazy.
But I think that has something to do with his mental state. So,
right.
You know, I really don't like to really too much play into that when people, because mental health is a serious thing.
It's very serious.
Especially when you have people, he's been going through stuff for a very, very long time. So, I mean, I think what he's doing is very positive. He's out here trying to portray a positive image. So if that's what you want to do, you want to bring a church service and nothing but, you know, just spiritual. Like they said, it's not really any preacher or anything like that. Like, it's all spiritual. It's all feeling. And I'm very big on energy.
Absolutely. So, and you can't deny it when you look at the, like, you know, I like what you said because, one, he has the ability to bring so many people together. Yes, we know Kanye has mental issues, but we cannot deny his genius when it comes to his art and his creativity. Now, this is, you know, Kanye hasn't confirmed this, but it seems like something that would be likely just because of everything he's doing. He's always, one thing about Kanye, even from the beginning, he's always kept religion in his music from the very beginning. And
that's one thing I can't say.
From the very
beginning.
And so this wouldn't surprise me. When I think about this, even if he was to put a church together, I don't think he'd be up there preaching. Now, we know Kanye is opinionated, so he might talk. But I would think he would deal more with the choir and all of that. Even if he did have a spiritual guide or a preacher or something, I'm sure it would be somebody who actually is, that's their profession. So I actually don't think this is a bad idea either.
I don't think it is, especially when he's getting so much positive feedback about it, and he's not really on his rant anymore. He's just like, he's on this spiritual high. So hey, do your thing.
Yeah, I'd much rather see this Kanye than the running for president and the Make America Great Again.
Yeah, just leave it alone, play. We gon' But that kind of bring us to the whole, this at Coachella. Y'all out here doing something else other than praising the Lord.
They getting buck wild. That's what they doing.
Buck wild at Coachella. They got herpes and stuff spreading everywhere. Like, what's really going on?
What's going on, y'all? Slow down. Okay, so there's a massive outbreak of herpes.
Oh, Lord, I'm glad I ain't go to Coachella.
All right, this might have been the year to stay away, but y'all be careful. We know you be out there experimenting and having fun.
And y'all, this is not the little bump on the lip. This the herpaderp.
Not the cold sore.
This not the cold sore. This is the herpaderp. This the genital herpaderp. The genital herpaderp. So I don't know what y'all was out here doing. Like, y'all was getting bugged. Like, y'all was on that stuff. And
y'all was on that stuff, girl.
Yeah, porta potties and all kind of stuff.
What were they saying? Like, over 1,000 cases?
1,000 cases.
Coachella's just a couple of weeks. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure it's more than that. Like,
it's gotta be.
And it's just like, that's what they had encountered. Like, that's what they had calculated so far.
And then you think about it, it says on here across areas like Indigo, Coachella Valley, Palm Desert, LA, Orange County, all of these places. But think about how many people come from out of town.
Exactly.
And they don't realize till they get back home.
And what about the one? Yeah, you done gone back home.
You done brought the herp.
You done brought the herp to your partner. Now your partner got the herpaderp.
Oh,
your partner
Lord.
gonna pass the herpaderp to somebody.
Herp alert,
it's
Lord.
Just too much. And what people embarrassed, so he probably not speaking up. So
of course not. Oh my God.
Much.
Yeah. Y'all be safe at Coachella.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Now they're gonna have to start putting up stuff to say,
stuff.
Safe sex, like stuff
it's
like that.
Sex.
You don't. People come from everywhere to go to Coachella now. Got to be careful. But
you spend all that money to come back with the herpaderp.
Come spend all that money to just come back and spend some more money on treatment. That's a lot of money to spend.
I got the herpaderp. I ain't even about to play.
Coachella with a side of herpaderp. Side effects of herpaderp. I'm not about to play with you, Bree. We gotta end this. Side effect of the herpaderp. Lord, okay.
We gonna end it on a positive note, though.
Yes, enough of the herpes talk. Let's talk about Beachella. Let's talk about Beachella.
Okay, so y'all know Beyonce came out with the homecoming video.
Yes, girl.
First, it came out at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I
never catch it at that time. We're not true Beehive.
We're not true Beehive. Cause I'm sorry, sis. I'm not awake.
We had to work. We had to work the next day.
Yeah, I'm not cutting my sleep to watch the homecoming. That was 2 hours long.
Yeah, but it was incredible. And
it was very good.
Yeah, and then she's they're such geniuses when it comes to this. Like, she just knows how to do it. Even with the surprise live album, it's just amazing.
I just love how creative she is. She's so passionate. I think what I enjoyed most about the homecoming video was the documentary part.
Yeah.
Where she got a chance to talk and, explain like what she was going through with her pregnancy and all of that. Cause, she was supposed to do Coachella the year before, but she ended up getting pregnant with the twins. And she was saying that she was like 218 pounds or something like that. When she gave birth to them. So it was a lot. But,
she went on this extreme diet.
What?
Yeah.
I was no drinking, no sweets, no bread.
No
I was
carbs,
just like, dang,
no nothing, no dairy. It was like, yeah.
She's like her number one fan. Yeah, she's her number one, and she just pushes herself. And I just think that it's amazing. I loved just hearing everything that she was doing. I was kind of in bed, kind of rethinking my whole life.
Girl, me too. When I seen that extreme diet, I was like, oh my God.
Just everything, like, her saying, she literally put everything together from the steps and the sounds and the clothes and the beads, like everything that went into, Beachella. She had every part to do with that. And I'm just like, dang. And it was just like, you could hear her like talking to even her staff behind, the 50 people behind the scenes, and just saying, okay, I know that we're doing a great job. Like, and she's just giving them motivation,
encouraging them,
but telling them like, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong.
We got to be perfect.
We got to have something for this. We got to have something for, the band. We got to have something for the dancers. Like, I want to hear I want to make sure that's transpired into the video. We need to make sure every one of those beats, and we feel it in that video. And I just love that. Like, her passion is just, it's on another level. So
yeah, that's why she's you can't deny she is literally the modern day Michael Jackson, especially when you look at the similarities of them both being so invested and involved, like you said, in every little step, the perfectionist aspect. But that's why she is where she is. Another amazing thing about this, because even when we saw it, last year with Coachella, it was so beautiful to see this homage to all of the Black colleges and HBCUs. But it was even just so much more amazing to see it come into formation. Come into formation.
Shout out to Prairie
yeah,
View,
for sure.
That's where she got her inspiration.
Yes, and she shouted all them out. It was wonderful, but to me that was so beautiful and inspiring to see it come to life in this Netflix special. Because one thing I will tell you, and look, I'm not a beehive or nothing, but you have to respect Beyonce, because one thing I love about her, she makes you feel proud to be Black, and as a Black woman, she makes you proud to be a woman, and it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I literally sat, and when I watched her video, I kind of counted how many times she went off stage during those 2 hours, and it wasn't a lot. And I was just like, baby, you are so
that whole 2 hour set.
2 hours you over here dancing in freaking heels.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is wonderful. I think this is historic.
I could really remember all of that stuff.
I think the beautiful thing is that it's going to go down in history, especially the sometimes the American view that people will have on HBCUs, and I think that she made it known.
Light.
She made it known that no, this is Black excellence.
Yep.
And so that's one thing that I applaud. That's one thing that I love and I respect. So,
well, this was a great episode.
It sure was.
If y'all haven't watched Coachella, y'all are most definitely missing out. Make sure you guys go check that out. Make sure you guys check us out every week. Bree and T on the beat, and we are out.
Bye, y'all.